During the Super Bowl final, the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine was released. After analyzing the trailer scene by scene, we noticed some things that I think you guys didn't catch, like the TVA being completely different from what we saw in the end of Loki, and several other Easter eggs, such as the evil sister of Charles Xavier, who supposedly is the movie's villain. And there was also an appearance of Dr. Doom. Buckle up, I'm going to pass on all the references that I noticed to you. Let's analyze the trailer point by point following its own chronology. So here we go. Deadpool's birthday. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. It's very important so we can keep bringing this type of content to you. The trailer starts at Deadpool's birthday party, showing that he is no longer as lonely and now has a new family. Vanessa, his wife, Negasonic Teenage Warhead and her girlfriend, Yukio, Dopinder the taxi driver, Blind Al, Colossus, who is the main X-Man known in the Deadpool movies, the bearded bartender Buck, Shatterstar from the X-Force, and Peter, who is a completely normal guy. And for those who don't remember, some of these characters were died in Deadpool 2. Vanessa, the members of the X-Force. Peter dies from the acidic saliva of the guy from the X-Force. Shatterstar dies falling into the helicopter's propeller, flying green goo everywhere, and really proving that he was an alien. But for those who forget, Deadpool steals Cable's time travel device, goes back in time, and saves everyone. Many people don't remember. TVA, probably the reason why the TVA went after Deadpool was because he messed up the entire timeline at the end of Deadpool 2. He went back in time and altered a whole timeline, but in the MCU, the Loki series approached the TVA differently. Why does the TVA look so different now? The objectives, uniforms, rooms, locations, and characters, everything is different. And folks, another question. Why does the TVA want to recruit Deadpool? And why did Deadpool kill several TVA agents in the trailer? There are many questions that cannot be answered right now. We await another trailer. Deadpool's dream. In this scene here, we can see Mr. Parix offering him the chance to be a hero in the world of heroes, something Deadpool has always dreamed of, being part of the X-Men or even the Avengers. Deadpool is the biggest fan of Captain America, and in one scene, it's clear that the TVA is enticing Deadpool with this idea, showing him the famous Avengers entrance. And on the right screen, we can see Thor. But when the scene changes to Steve Rogers, Deadpool even salutes his greatest idol. Who's that bald person? This bald individual passed by quickly during the trailer, and I believe she might be the main villain of the movie. It's still a big mystery, but I have suspicions that it's Cassandra Nova, and I think this because, first, it seems to be the head of a woman, and there have been rumors that Cassandra would be in the movie. But who is Cassandra Nova? She's the evil twin sister of Professor Charles Xavier, and like her brother, she also possesses telepathic powers. One-eyed. After the bald scene, there's a scene that I'm pretty sure is Madripoor. Madripoor is like the crime capital, and in this city, there was a bartender named One-Eyed, who is nothing more than Wolverine in disguise. And the scene shows Wolverine disguised as One-Eyed gambling in Madripoor. Messiah. Deadpool makes it clear in one scene that he is the Messiah and that he came to save the MCU, and let's face it, the latest MCU productions were going from bad to worse. Deadpool certainly has a unique way of shaking things up, so it's possible that he could bring some fresh energy and humor to the MCU. However, whether he'll truly change the course of the MCU's storytelling is still up for debate. While he might inject some excitement and unpredictability, ultimately, the direction of the MCU will depend on the decisions of the writers, directors, and studio executives. It'll be interesting to see how Deadpool's antics play out in the broader MCU narrative. Limbo. All these scenes in the snow were filmed in a desert, and all the images that were shot there were leaked on the internet, featuring Wolverine, Pyro, Groxo, and Sabretooth, who didn't appear in the trailer. There are also rumors that Magneto may appear in the film. And what is Limbo? Limbo is a place in space-time, exactly at the end of time, which is used by the TVA to dispose of its trash. And if anyone still doubts that this is really Limbo, just go back to the trailer segment where Alioth devours a TVA agent. That cloud we saw in the Loki series is also Alioth, an indestructible monster that devours space-time. Dr. Doom is the new major villain of the MCU. In a scene showing Deadpool on the ground, there's a major Easter egg, a Secret Wars comic book, the 2015 edition, lying next to him. The cover of this comic features the face of Dr. Doom. This is a highly intriguing Easter egg and strongly suggests the possible presence of Dr. Doom as a major villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Secret Wars is one of Marvel's most iconic stories, and the inclusion of the 2015 edition with Dr. Doom's face on the cover could be a clear sign of future plotlines to come. Considering Dr. Doom's history in the comics as one of Marvel's greatest antagonists, his introduction to the MCU would certainly be an exciting event for fans. I'm looking forward to seeing how his presence might impact the shared Marvel universe and the stories that will unfold. Deadpool and Wolverine. The trailer ends with the encounter between Deadpool and Wolverine, which certainly promises to be an epic moment for fans of both characters. Considering Deadpool's unique style and Wolverine's wild and intense nature, it's easy to imagine that this action sequence will be filled with humor, violence, and memorable moments. Furthermore, behind-the-scenes footage suggesting a super badass sequence only heightens expectations for what's to come. Personally, I'm very excited to see how this scene will be executed and how these two distinct characters interact in the cinematic universe. It will undoubtedly be a moment for fans to celebrate and enjoy to the fullest. Comment here now what you guys thought of this trailer, what you're expecting from the movie, if you're hyped or not, if the trailer was what you were expecting.